Micro-credential. That's the topic that I want to share with you in this video. Probably you have heard about this term, micro-credential, because it's been the buzzword in the last 2 or 3 years, especially in the context of higher education. But now, even in the industry, even HRD corporation also is jumping on the bandwagon, and they are supporting micro-credential for learning and development, for training program, and so on. So in this video, I'd like to share with you the concept of micro-credential, because to me it's very important to understand the concept, the basic concept. Because I think a lot of people talk about micro-credential, but they don't really understand the underlying concept of micro-credential, the what, and then the why. Why are we talking? Why are we embarking on micro-credential? And of course, the how. But to me, before we go into the how, it's very important first to understand the what, the concept, and the why. In this video, I just want to share with you the what. Now, let me share with you a story of how Apple company changed the world of music. If you remember, back in April 28, 2003, when Apple introduced iTunes. Okay, and basically iTunes and Apple and iPod, the device to listen to the music, to store and listen to the music, transform the world of music, transform the music industry itself. And when iTunes was introduced, and the iPod as well, people actually have the ability to buy only a piece of music, a piece of song that they want to listen to, rather than buying the whole album. And then they can create their own playlist. So that was basically the starting point, and I would say the tipping point. And then, of course, now we have Spotify, we have Pandora, we have YouTube, where you can listen to the music, you can create your own music playlist. But if we step back and look at the history, where iTunes basically changed the world of music, iTunes celebrated the song, not the album. Okay, so when Apple introduced iPod and later on iPhone, and where we can listen to the song on our iPod, on our iPhone. But back in the old days, if you remember this, in the old days, where if you want to listen to a song, you have to buy the whole album. And in the album, maybe you have 12 songs or 11 or 12 songs, and maybe only 1 or 2 songs are nice to, it is good, that you really love. But then you have no choice. You have to buy the whole album. So this is not fair, right? It's not fair, because I don't want to listen to all the 12 songs because only 1 or 2 songs is only good. But I have to buy the whole album. I have to pay for the whole album. And basically, this is where the brilliance of Steve Jobs, and basically he get together, talk to the music industry and so on. He said, look, why should you force people to buy the whole album? Because only 1 or 2 songs that's nice, that's good. Why not? We give a choice to the customer to buy only the song they want to hear. They want, the song that they love to hear. So this is the concept of just enough, just for me, become personalized, customized, and the concept of on demand. And this is where now, with the introduction of iPod, later on the iPhone, and then the iTunes, basically the software to manage all the songs. And we are able to buy only the song that we like, and then we can personalize all the songs, meaning that we can create a playlist, only the songs that our favorite song that we like to hear. That's basically the concept of micro-credential, which means that why should I pay for the 4-year degree? But if I can take only the courses that I need, I can learn only the skills that I need, only to perform a certain job, then I can save a lot of time, I can save a lot of money, and I can personalize my own learning. That's the concept of so-called the original concept of iTunes. So we can read in the internet, for example, Forbes here, the iTunes model for education and rethinking how we pay for. So moving forward, this is how I see education, especially higher education, would evolve. And there will be so-called 3 tiers of education, taking the analogy of how the music industry has evolved from buying a full album, akin to a full degree, to buying a single song, just like buying a course or a module that you need at that particular time. So the first tier is what I call a streaming model. A streaming model, think of YouTube. Think of YouTube where you go to YouTube, you watch just the video that you want on a particular topic, then you find several other videos, then you create a playlist. Okay, then that playlist become quite a complete list of knowledge on a particular topic. So you can learn something there, quite meaningful. But still, you cannot really find a full structured programs or study program on YouTube. So what you get, the most you can get from YouTube is basic knowledge. It's not really structured knowledge. So this is what I call streaming model. Just like Netflix, you watch the movie that you want, okay? Then you can create a playlist. So the basic knowledge is widely accessible for consumption, either free, for example, MOOC, MOOC, Massive Open Online Courses. You can take MOOC on Coursera and other platforms, and you can personalize to your needs. But the game changer would be Micro-credential, which I call it as a subscription or pay-per-view model. So you just buy the course that you want for that particular time for the purpose of upskilling, learning a new skill, or reskilling, because you don't have that particular skill, but you need to learn in order for you to perform your job well, so you have to reskill, or for lifelong learning. So this basically subscription pay-per-view model, separating marketable academic credential from the whole degree. Learning on demand, just in case, just in time, just enough, and just for me, personalized. And this is what micro-credential is. So what will happen to the normal or so-called traditional, conventional, face-to-face program in the university? Is the university still relevant? I think university will still be relevant. The face-to-face program will still be relevant. But in order to stay relevant, universities have to transform their so-called enhance their in-campus residential experience. Think of this as a live music. You go to live concert, where you get the experience is really amazing. It's different. So we want to transform traditional education, formal, traditional, campus-based education, 3 years, 4 years, into something very different in terms of educational experience, learning experience, life experience, and so on. Something that is unique, something that the students feel they still want to enjoy that kind of experience. So moving forward in the future, the subscription or pay-per-view model will become increasingly important, but we will have 2 versions. The flexible micro-credential model, subscription pay-per-view, pay-per-course, and the enhanced campus-based traditional face-to-face program. So that's it. Basic concept of micro-credential, learning from the Apple iTunes experience. Rather than buying an album, I can buy a song. Now, in the context of higher education, rather than taking the full 4-year program, rigid, time-based, not flexible, probably now I have another option. I can take a flexible micro-credential program. I can take a module. I can take the full package of certificate and so on. Just for me, just enough for that particular time. And I can personalize to my needs. Alright, so that's all for this video. I'll see you in another series of sharing. Thank you so much.